Alrighty guys, welcome to another episode of TuneNgoon. Today we're going to be talking about replacing the driver's side lower back lumbar support on a 2015 to 2020 Ford F-150. Now this is a pretty common issue. They break. Mine broke at 104,000 miles right here. So no big deal. It's a pretty easy replacement and you don't need many tools if at all. So I'm just going to walk you guys through how to diagnose and how to replace it. So you're going to want to confirm that yours is broken, and it should be pretty easy to tell. You just come in here and press on the lower back, and you can actually operate the button for the lumbar support, and you might actually hear the motor, but you'll get no tension on the lower back, and that's pretty much a 100% indication that it snapped. Now go ahead and pause if you need to, but this is going to be your part number, the one starting in HU5Z. Now this is going to be around 160 or 170 bucks, I think is what I paid, and I recommend this getting straight from the Ford dealer so you get another part that lasts a long time. Now if you have these tools at your disposal, the only thing I really recommend is a good flashlight and a clip removal tool, as you can see here on the right. Now after you get your tools, you can go ahead and go behind the driver's side back seat on the bottom. If you turn your head sideways, you should be able to see under there with a flashlight, but as you can see here, I'm pulling on the drawstring. Now there's two of these, there's one on each side, but the problem and complication with it is that there's two clips that actually go in front of the drawstring. So that's why we're going to use either the clip tool or a hand, and we're going to remove these clips. That way we can remove the drawstrings. Now bear with me, this was a little bit hard to film by myself, but here's a little bit better view of the two drawstrings there with a light under there, so you can kind of see what's going on. And this really wasn't hard. I ended up actually just removing these by hand because the tool was so close to the floor I couldn't really get the leverage. Now right here I actually take my clip tool for this connector and I just peel it out like that, gently, at least as gently as you can. And then you come in here with your finger and you just grab that drawstring and you pull it back over that lip, and that's going to be one side. And it's a little bit frustrating, but it's not too bad. So the same thing as the other side, we're going to go towards the inside of the vehicle closest to the center console, and we're going to peel this big connector out. As you can see, it's big enough where I can kind of get some leverage on it, and I'm able to just pull it out with my hand. That way I can remove the string. I hope you've made it this far, and now it's time to go to the back of the seat and start taking it apart. Now when you start taking the seat apart in the back, you need to remember patience is key. You don't want to force anything here. So right now I'm untucking the zippers that face inward and they're behind the plastic. And then what you're going to do after that is you're going to actually grab this little plastic reinforcement piece and untuck it from the leather so we can get full access to the zipper. Now once you get your zipper situated, you can start slowly working it up as far as you can go, but just remember, don't force it. Just go as slow as you can and steady. Now I get a little bit stuck here, so I go ahead and move to the other side. And I actually used a tool that was pretty blunt, because it's a clip tool, in order to assist me to push it up. But just remember, just don't overdo it. Now once you get the zippers out of the way, you're going to want to go to the bottom of the seat where there's this plastic channel on the flap and also on the seat frame. And it's kind of like a J-hook, so you're going to want to squeeze them together a little bit and then peel one side apart, and they should come apart pretty easily, and then the whole chair flap should go all the way up. Now before you're able to put the flap completely up, there's going to be 4 little hooks that go from the leather to the yellow rod of the lumbar support. And I'll show you what those look like right here just so you know what to look for. Now once you do that, you can kind of roll all the leather up, and I used a DeWalt quick clamp just to clamp it to the headrest so I could have some more room while I'm working. Now we can finally get into the good stuff. As you can see here, this is the lumbar support, and it's moving all over the place. It's not really supposed to do that. It's supposed to move a little bit. The bottom's kind of a free-floating design. This is the part that usually breaks right here. It's a little hook that actually goes into the metal frame of the seat, and this is generally where it snaps. This is just a little heads up for you guys, but I highly recommend wearing some thick gloves because most of this metal in the seat is very thin sheet metal, and you're going to be prying on things and pulling things out that may release suddenly. And I almost cut my fingers quite a few times doing this, so just please be super careful when you do this job, because I didn't realize how sharp all the innards of the seat are. Now you don't have to, but I removed this little hook for the seat air conditioning blower motor. It's not required, but I feel like it gave me just a little bit more room to work with. So it's just a little elastic strap that has some little hooks on it, and it goes to the blue hooks. So it's pretty easy to take off. And then now we're going to work on removing the lumbar support. Start off by carefully removing the plug to the motor for the lumbar support. Carefully remove the lumbar upper support rod from the seat frame. Be careful, these ones are a little bit tough to get out. Then remove the right side upper support rod from the seat frame. After you get that out, you're going to go for the center support hooks. As you can see right here in my hand, they're these little gray hooks. There's going to be one on each side. Go ahead and remove those. Next, you're going to push the seat foam in just a little bit so you can get to the cable attachment points for the lumbar. They're an interesting shaped hook, so you just got to look at the hole and walk the hook out. It's pretty easy, but do that for both sides. If you made it this far, you got the lumbar out, so congratulations, and I promise you installing it is quite a bit easier. Oh, here's that piece that broke. Now, in case you want to know what those little J hooks look like, or you just want to know what commonly breaks, I'm going to show you right here what exactly breaks. There's the hooks. As you can see, they got that funky shape to them, and this is usually the one that snaps just from repeated use if you use your lumbar a lot or you're fat like me. Alright, so here's our new one, and you can see the hook brand new there. So grab your new lumbar support, and we're going to install the motor side driver hook into the seat frame first, and then we're going to do the other side, and then we're going to install the 2 yellow support rods on the top. And right here I'm just throwing in the other hook for the motor assembly on the left side. So once you go in and you install your left and your right upper support rods for your lumbar, you're then going to go back and grab the little tiny gray ones in the middle, and you're going to install both the left and the right. So once you do that, go ahead and carefully plug in your new motor assembly. And if you removed your blower motor strap, go ahead and reinstall that. So go ahead and double check all your connections and make sure all the parts of the lumbar support are where they're supposed to be, and we're going to get to installing the leather back onto the seat. Also, don't worry about the yellow hooks on the bottom of the lumbar support. They're not supposed to go into any holes. They're free floating. Hook your 4 hooks from the leather to the yellow rod of the lumbar support. There's a pick on the zipper from the inside. While squeezing the leather together, gently work your zippers down. I need to take this J hook here and hook it to this. Tuck your zippers back in behind the fabric in front of the plastic. Now retuck the plastic flaps back into the leather on the right side and the left side. Then go ahead and go underneath and install both your left and your right drawstring. Once you get the drawstrings installed, then you can go back to plugging in the connectors. Make sure you do the black one and the yellow one. Well, that's pretty much going to wrap this video up, guys. Thank you so much for watching if you made it to the end, and I hope this helps some of you guys out, because when I was looking for information, I really couldn't find anything, no videos, no write-ups, nothing like that. So anyway, subscribe if you want, and we'll see you next time.